let's get on to this job. It is Friday morning. This really was a short week, actually. So hopefully you guys had a good night's sleep. You were able to get home, work, or your choice of destination safe and sound and one piece. No hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, misunderstandings, and definitely no meet and greets, okay? So, I had a good night's sleep, y'all. Ooh, okay, my tire pressure on. My tire pressure is on. So one of these tires is low, if not all, because the indicator is on in the car. So, I need to get some air in my tire. And unfortunately, that will have to wait probably on my lunch break or after work. Because there is no place open at this hour, not unless I go to the gas station. Unfortunately, I treat the tire pressure holes at the gas stations like I treat a can of Pillsbury biscuits. I don't do it. I try not to open them, and if I do, I'm like this. I got it as far out as possible, trying to tap for it to pop, because I don't like that sound, and it just freaks me out. And the same thing for putting air in the tires. I'm not looking for it to blow up in my face, because unfortunately I really don't know where to stop. And so therefore I don't do it. I'll take it, you know, to Discount Tires, Firestone, anywhere, and let them go ahead and put some air in the tires, okay? And I don't know if I'm the only one that treats the can of Pillsbury dough biscuits, croissants, whatever it is, and biscuits in the can. I guess it don't really matter what brand, off brand, name brand, it don't really matter if it's biscuits in the can. I treat it like it's an explosive device. I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but this is true, and this is how it is. So we're gonna go on, get into this job this morning. Running a little bit behind. I want to say 5 to 10 minutes. So I really may or may not have to give up some Batcave secrets this morning. And I was up early. Just, you know, I had about an hour. And instead of me just go ahead and brush my teeth and get myself together, whatever it is, I just got back in the bed. I made sure I had my lunch together. And went and got back in the bed and goofed around on my phone. So, that was on me. Okay, are you going to try to make the light, encourage the light, make the light? I didn't know what they were going to do, you know. Perhaps they were going to sit there and contemplate. So, but yeah. I sat up there and it's all up on my phone. So with that being said, let me come off behind this vehicle, because to me this vehicle is playing games this morning. And it's not their fault that I'm running behind. And I feel like I'm in a rush. And you should never feel like the other vehicle is slowing you from keeping you where you got to go, because they have nothing to do with you and your schedule. Either you leave out early or you leave out at a certain time or whatever it is. But the vehicles in front of you are on the road that you find some people have like really upset and road rage over stuff, and you just be like, they're not responsible for your time. They have no idea where you're going and what you're trying to get to, and it's not their fault that you're in a rush to get there. So try to keep that in mind. That's all I can say. There's other lanes you can maneuver in to go around and go on and do that. Don't ride up on people's bumpers and be floored all up on people, and there's 3 or 4 other lanes you can get in. Move around. Pick another lane and go on about your business and stop riding, folks. That is such a pet peeve for me, because I will take my foot off the pedal and let the car roll. Y'all has heard me say this before in other videos, and I true blue mean it, baby. I don't if it isn't but somebody, I'm telling you the truth. So it looks like it's still going to be raining throughout the day, on and off, because it looked like it rained some more last night, honey. Oh, but hot buns, let me tell you, I was so tired when I got home, because remember I told you I didn't get like really any sleep. I was dozing off yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the day before. So I really didn't get any sleep, right? Well, when I got home yesterday, I stopped at, Walgreens, was talking to my mom on the phone. I picked up some snacks or whatever, and I got a bag of chips and 2 Cokes, sodas for my uncle. And, so he can have something cool and refreshing. I have my snacks. Why not let him have, get his snacks? So I got him some Doritos and 2 Coca-Colas. And I figured, he can drink a Coke, while he's eating his snack and put the other one up and he'll have it later. I don't know why I thought that. I have no idea why I thought that. Now, my uncle did eat some of his Doritos and he didn't eat them all. I take it he didn't eat them all because I saw his bag of Doritos in the pantry with the chip clip on it, right? But my uncle has also been known to put a bag of chip bag back in, or snack bag back in the pantry and only have like this much left in it. So I didn't check the bag. So I don't know what's actually in it and what ain't, right? But he do. And to me, if you only have this much basic crumbs, you might as well go and throw that away. You either go ahead and finish that off or throw that away, right? And I don't know what he'll save it for. I have no idea. But he drank both of them Coca-Cola. Well, I take that back. Let me not say that. He might have one still in his room. It still might be in his room, and he just might not have put it in the refrigerator, right? But I didn't see his soda in the refrigerator. So it might be in his room. So let me not say he drank both of them. I don't know. So, but, it is what it is. And like I told my other cousin that comes over to take care of my uncle and everything, I was like, look, if you buy it, and if he eats it or drink it, then that's just it. It's gone. And it's no rush to go out there trying to, get more of whatever it is until, next month, whenever you're going to go grocery shopping again. But I wouldn't rush out to go do that. Now, getting water, that's one thing, right? I'm understanding of that. But, snacks and soda and all that, hey, if he sits there and he drinks it all and eats it all before knowing that, he gets his groceries when you go get them, whether you do the bulk of it once a month, but you'll get everything else like throughout the month, here and there. Now, to think that you're going to go to the store every week to replace stuff, no, I wouldn't do it because I don't do it. But then again, I'm the type of, I don't know what I want from one day to the next. So, if I'm going grocery shopping for something, it's usually for the, the staples, the minimum, something that, I can say, okay, I'll put this in the freezer till later. Or, okay, I'll make this, or I have this, for later on down the line, or I'll make whatever it is, right, when you go to your grocery shopping. Now, beyond that, the little things in between time is what you go to the stores when you're about to make something or fix something, or you thought of something that you missed, right? But to think that well, I take it back, because maybe somebody does have to go to the grocery store every week in order to make groceries, like a big, large groceries. So, a large grocery haul, perhaps they do have to do that every week. I don't know. That's not in me, and I don't do that. So let me not really knock it too much, because like I said, I don't know another person's path. I don't know exactly what they have to deal with, what all they have to do. So I'm not going to be so quick to be all down on that so much. But back to what I was talking about. Got home. After the snacks give out and all this, that, and the third, right? I go climb, and I done sit there and got out my clothes. I done got comfy and cozy. I done climbed my happy self into my bed, baby. My best friend called. I told talked to one of my best friends, right? But my other one called me, and I was checking up on her. And so we were talking for a while. Y'all, I don't know if she told me to hold on or if I fell asleep. All I know is when I woke up, my phone was in my hand. My earbud was still in my ear, but nobody was on the phone. So I don't remember the conversation, and I don't remember if we got off the phone before I dozed off. And I'm looking like I'm going to have to call her later on and ask her, did I fall asleep on the phone? Like, did I fall asleep on the phone with you? Because I don't know and I don't remember, right? And that's just the honest truth. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I fall asleep on her on the phone? I feel so bad. And so, like I said, I got to check later on and talk with her. But I did. I woke up, my phone was in my left hand, and it was like my arm was stretched out. I still had the phone in my hand, and the earbud still left in my ear. So I took the earbud out of my ear, and I put it in the case. Matter of fact, let me put it on the charger, because I didn't put it on the charger last night, right? I rolled my happy self over and went on back to sleep. I don't know what time it was. I ain't checked. I didn't care. What I realized, and I took myself on back to sleep. So, when I finally got up this morning and looked over, it was going on 4 o'clock this morning. And I said, okay. I said, well then, let me go ahead. I said, I never did prepare my lunch. I didn't get my lunch together before I, laid it down or got comfy and cozy yesterday, because I didn't know I was going to be out like a light like that. I didn't know I was going to be just out sleep like that, right? So I was like, all right, let me go on in there and let me put my lunch together. And so since I didn't stop to get any water yesterday, I'm bringing 2 sparkling waters with me. So I'll have, for the day. It's not water, but it's sparkling water. Don't judge me. So, I'll have that until I go to the grocery store. And the only reason I even on the day that was sunny, I was like, no, I don't feel like stopping, I'm tired, right? But yesterday I didn't, because it was pouring down, raining. And I was like, I am not getting out the car. I'm not getting out the car. I said, but by the time I got on my side of town, when I stopped to get the snacks, I still didn't go to the store, right? I just stopped at Walgreens, picked up some snacks, and went on to the house, right? With my soda and all that, went on to the house. It is what it is, ifs, ands, buts about it. That's what happened. So, I have no more water at the house, and I have no more water at work. So, I have no choice, you hear me? I have to go and get water, because I'm tapped out. I have no water, baby. No water. So, we gotta make it work and do what it do. So, and the only song that's coming in my head right now when I say that, as of lately, when I say do what you gotta do, I was like, I was telling my best friend the other day, I said, Jermaine Jackson, do what you do, what you do to me. That song. No, I'm not a singer, so don't come for me. I ain't never professed that, never said that I was. Don't play with me. I'll leave you on the playground where you stand. So, that's what's coming to my mind this morning. And, other than that, everything seems to be as it is. My mom asked me how I was doing, how things were going, and I was telling her, talking with my mom about certain things, and, and I left it at that. Sorry, I'm getting those sharp pains in my neck. I said, it feels like somebody jabbing me with a needle. God, it's so uncomfortable. That's what the hell it feels like. crackers, because that was also my dinner. Don't judge me. So I'm eating on the crackers, and I'm drinking on my big red soda. And you know, crackers, when they get in your mouth, they get really, really thick and pasty, right? So I'm sitting here trying to swallow it, and it, you know, feels like you're swallowing down a grip of paper. And I can feel it all on this left side, like while I'm swallowing. Like it feels like I'm trying to swallow down a golf ball. But the only thing I have is like maybe 3 or 4 crackers. And these are the mini crackers. These aren't like big crackers. 3, 4 mini crackers in my mouth. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm drinking the soda in between, you know, to help it go down. And I was like, ugh. It really does. It feels like, you know, like I'm swallowing down if I ate a nice gumball size of paper. So, but that was my day in total yesterday. I'm sorry. It does, right now. I feel like somebody is stabbing me with fucking needles. Oh, sorry for cussing. Stabbing me with needles. So, other than that, like I said, I knocked out sleep till this morning. That is. And when I woke up, you best believe I told the Lord, I said, thank you for letting me get that rest, because I needed it. I needed it because I was not on schedule of sleeping, or I would just sleep for a few hours and pop back up and be up for the rest of the night. And so, to me, I was thankful for sleeping throughout the whole night, from yesterday, whenever it is that I went to sleep, and throughout the whole night to this morning. I was very much appreciative. Very much. Now we on our way on to this job, getting there, and yesterday before we left work, right, our new supervisor was sitting up here asking us, you know, how we were doing, how things are going, and he was also asking about an email that he got, and so I explained to him, you know, how the email that he got, he forwarded to us. But when he forwarded to us, he only forwarded the spreadsheet. And we didn't have a clue what month the spreadsheet was from. We knew what it was, the spreadsheet was for, you know, what it pertained to, but not the month, right? And so I was like, okay, I asked him, I said, when you're forwarding it to us, I said, we need the front page. We need the cover page as well. He said, what do you mean? I said, the entire email. I said, because it tells us what month. I said, because sometimes she'll turn around, even though she sent us the things for the monthly, who he gets the email from. He said, she might send us the things for the monthly, but sometimes she'll turn around and still send that whole list all over again, but as a quarterly. And so we just have to make sure that what we're looking at, if it's something we've already received and gotten, and we've already researched and done the work on, or not. Because some of it could be ours, some of it could be another agency, or it could be already destroyed, right? And he said, oh, okay. And so when he came back to get more information from us, and he said, yeah, I see you guys sit back here, and I'd be like, ooh, they must be working so hard. And he said, then I'll look again and be like, they look very peaceful. So we're all cracking up laughing, right? And he said, so on the list earlier, he says, do I give it to somebody, you know, and let them designate, like, to a person? I was like, that's up to you. It's like, but, you know, before they would just send the email to all of us, because if you send it to a designated person and they're not here, they can be out, they can, you know, for a long period of time, could be on vacation or whatever it is, or they're not here, you know. So we was like, that's why it's sent to all of us, because anybody can work on it. There's nobody specifically that has to work on it, you know. And he said, oh, okay. And he said, so if I see, we was like, that's the only way we have work in order to go to the other building to pull things, to get it organized for, you know, for disposal. And he was like, okay, so you guys get the work from me. And we was like, yes. And he said, so who do I get my work from? And we just fell out laughing. We was like, you usually will get an email, or you will end up getting it from your supervisor. That's where your work could come from. I said, you probably have seen the other supervisors working on the different packets and things like that. He said, oh, that's it? He said, we was like, yeah, that's what we work off of. I said, when we get the packets, we go back and research everything that you already looked over. Because, you know, something might be in a different location. We need to know where it's at. If it's not in that location anymore, it can also be already destroyed. It may be already been disposed of, and it has to come off the list. Or you might get an email later once we send the whole list over to the other agency. They might say, no, don't destroy this. This can't be destroyed. And you got to go back and correct the list and take whatever off. You know, it could be a correction on the description or anything. And he was like, oh, like, but you're gonna have all the fun of scanning everything all into the nice, lovely boxes that we go and pull everything to be organized with. He's about me. We was like, yeah, you. He was like, when we go over there, you'll be scanning everything. I said, so you gotta pay attention to what you're scanning. Make sure that the number count adds up to the number of envelopes that are in the box, and then you have to print out a report to make sure that they match what it is that you said you just scanned. And I said, so before we can, and we're telling him everything, right? And he was like, so before we can even dispose of it, you got 3 lieutenants that's got to sign off on it. We get to call out all those nice, lovely envelopes and all the case numbers to them. All the numbers that's written on, that's printed out on the outside. And he was like, huh? He was like, okay, this is a lot. He was like, once you get used to it, it'll be easy breezy for you. You'll be like, oh, okay, this is cool. This really ain't nothing. I said, right now it just seems like a whole bunch of confusion and a whole bunch of just noise and talkative. He was like, but once you actually get into it, you'll see it's real easy breezy. Real easy breezy. You just have to scan. Basically scan. We make sure everything else is in order, organized, and that it matches up with what you are printing out on the report. It's like, so we'll let you know. And he was like, okay. He said, so you guys will come tell me when you have enough work. I said, but actually you'll know if we have enough work for what's going over there, because we get our work from you. So you'll have a clue of what we have. Now you might ask us, are we ready to go? Is everything done and researched and, you know, to go over there to the other building to get ready to pull? Either we tell you, yeah, we're still working on it, or we'll just take what we have and that'll be it. And he was like, so how long do we stay over in the other building? We was like, that's determined by you. Either until we finish with what we have. If we don't have a lot, then we just don't have a lot. You know, I said, so we were all telling him, you know, it's basically on your timetable. If you feel like you're too overwhelmed with the smell that's in the building. So we gave him a packet, one of the packets that's, we was like, this is about the strongest paperwork that you come across. I said, so your taste buds are going to be like off a little bit. You're going to feel like a tingling. At least I do. Because even my other coworkers said the same thing. You said you'll have some type of tingling on your tongue. I said, so you might get a headache. I said, because it's not like it's a well-ventilated room over in that other building that we have to go to. And so we was like, it's basically on you. Either we have a little or a lot to pull. If we have a lot to pull, then that would be determined on you of how long you want to stay over there. If we only have a little, we might only be over there for an hour or two, if that, and then we'll be coming right on back. And he was like, so who determines how much we have to take over there? I said, that'll be determined in a meeting. I said, but I'm sure you'll be in that meeting because they have to, you know, go to city council and ask them for approval and let them know how much they have for disposal. And because that's a budget that has to be approved by city council for when it comes down to certain things of disposal. And he was like, oh, and we was like, you know, the other floor, they handle things in bulk. We have things that are in smaller items in the envelope, or in, you know, maybe a little bit bulky, but it's nothing compared to the large extremities that they have on the other floor. And I said, what they have will be a whole lot more than what we'll have. He was like, oh, okay. So I take it he's never been to the other floor, which is new for him. He just got over here. And, you know, I guess within the last 2 months or so. So all this is new to him. So I'm thinking, like, if he wants to go over there to the other building today just to wet his feet and see how it goes, then there'll probably be a good trial run for him. And we'll just go over there and pull what we have and leave it at that. And that's just the truth. You know, if he wants to, instead of waiting until next week, just go over there and get our feet wet. Well, you know, we did explain to him, because he was like, oh, there's still a smell on these papers. He was like, yeah, but that smell is faint, because the paperwork I gave to him was like from 2 years ago. I said, it still has a smell on them, but it's faint, it's weak. I said, now the fresh stuff that's over there, I said, that's a whole different story. He was like, he said, y'all, I don't smoke or drink. He said, I don't smoke anything, no cigarettes, no nothing, cigars. He said, and I don't drink. He said, so I might be over there. I said, the smell might get to you. It just might get to you. And he was like, oh my goodness. So, we'll see. Got to get his feet wet sometime. And if push comes to shove, today will probably be a great day. So I don't know if they have the keys to give, if he has the keys or if he has the keys. Somebody, you know, has to go by and give him the code and give him the breakdown. I mean, there's one thing for him being new to, you know, our division, being there permanently, and for someone not really showing him and walking through things. You know, that's the other part of it. So, you know, when they go through the paperwork, they're just looking at what all's attached to it. And they'll be like, okay, well, all this coincides with what's written on the paper. Now, when we go through the paperwork, we're looking at, because we have 3 different programs that we'll look at. We're looking at, you know, not just the report, we're looking at, you know, everything. So sometimes they may leave off something that belongs as a part of the paperwork. And we'll be like, okay, this is missing. You know, they never wrote up a paper for, you know, for this. Or, you know, weight is wrong, or whatever it is. But we'll usually bring it to our supervisor's attention. And so they'll be aware when they're looking at it. Because if we're going through and finding things that, only thing they're doing is just checking to make sure that the paperwork matches to what they're written up on the description, and the names match, case number, and all that other type of stuff. We're looking for all that and then some. And he was like, oh, y'all do all? He was like, yeah, we go through everything all over again. And we make sure that it all matches to a T. So it can be disposed of. You know, so we don't have a lot that's coming back from the other agency saying no, why, you know, them asking a question if for disposal, or why such and such, why whatever. We can truly say, hey, you know, here's the paperwork that matches this. This is why that that's on the list or on the paperwork for you know, if you need additional information, this is what we found. If they have a question, want to know if it's ever been, you know, out and printed or tested or whatever, we can be able to say yes or no. But if we don't, you know, we don't have anything to match up to give a direct answer to, then it'd be up to the other agency to say, yeah, we'll go ahead and dispose of it, or no, go ahead and take it off the list. So, but yeah, so nothing gets disposed of without, you know, a court order or by the division. So that's how that goes. And so he was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, it's all, like I said, for him, it's all new. But like we told him, once you get into it, it'll be real easy peasy, and you'll be good to go. You know, I said, we've all told him, we'll basically come inform you about something that has to be changed, or if we have a question, you know. Especially if something is in the paperwork is not making sense, and you feel like this don't add up. Because this person's, you know, name is not matching this person. These are different people, and, you know, different information. Like, I don't know why this person is on here. Who gave them this name, or where this came from? If they completed a course or not. Like, we don't know. We almost to the garage, y'all. We downtown. The other song that's coming to me is SWV. Got it? But that ain't the same thing as, it's just the word downtown. That's, you know, the song downtown for SWV means something totally different. Okay? They are singing about something else. And it is not the same thing as me driving into downtown. That was the only thing that came to my head because of the word downtown. Not the meaning, because the song means something different. So, other than that, hey y'all, we had a smooth transition, easy peasy coming in. I want to thank y'all for commuting with me this morning, being a part of my drive coming in to work. I pray that you have a good day, a great day, an awesome day, a wonderful day, a beautiful day. Because right now it's raining and very still much gloomy outside on my end. And, you know, I pray that y'all get to work, home, or your destination of choice, safe and sound, in one piece, with no hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, or misunderstandings. Just having a great day, a beautiful day. You know, no meet and greets, honey, because you know we don't do meet and greets. I don't like meet and greets. I ain't looking for no meet and greets. Is y'all gonna cross the street, or what you gonna do, baby? Because I ain't gonna run you down. But I'm gonna need you to walk through that crosswalk like you mean business. They just gliding and striding, and I'm looking like, can y'all get up on this next sidewalk? Because there's a center, in the center aisle of the road for two-way traffic. Like I said, I need them to get their King Julian on from Madagascar and move it.
To issue a ticket, move your hair past the motion sensor.
Alright, so we're gonna go on and park this vehicle and take it from there. We got our mask, got our lunch. I need to put on my covering, but I'll do all that when I'm about to get out the car. And go from there. See how the garage looked this morning. Oh, it looked pretty good. Okay. No problemo. Guess some people must have still took off, but then again, they do have their children, honey. The children are out of school. And like I told my mama yesterday, I said, these parents about to have the blues, some of them, because their children about to eat them out of house and home, electricity bill about to go up and everything, baby. Because they at home, they up watching TV, playing video games, or whatever it is, if they ain't going outside. With all this rain, they ain't going outside right now, right? They got, unless they got other activities to do. the electricity bill is about to be on because the TVs are running, honey. And, baby, and they gonna be snack packing all day. But let me go and get out this car and go downstairs and get on this shuttle. I will talk to you guys later.